Hey guys, I'm here to do a weekly wrap-up of sorts. I got this idea from Krista over at the Cubicle Blindness. I seen her do one just this past week, and I thought that was a really good idea, especially because I read so fast and I don't always write reviews or do video reviews on all the books I read. So I don't know how long I'll keep this up, because anybody that knows me knows that I have a short attention span and knows that my moods and that change all the time. So, but I will try to keep it up. So this is actually going back until last Saturday. I just finished a book up this morning, so I added it into this pile. And this is the order that I read them. So the first one was The Probability of Miracles by Wendy Wonder. And this book was really, really good. This girl is battling cancer, but she does not let it get her down. And I loved that about this book, that she kept her head up and she just went about her everyday life. You know, it seemed like she was more trying to keep everybody else's hopes alive, or what have you, like to keep them up in spirits. You know, and it was just a wonderful book. I really, really liked it. The next book I read was Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma, and another very, very well-written book. This book, I did do a video review on it, so you can check that out, but I do say that this book is definitely a taboo subject, and I would definitely say it's for the more open-minded people. The next book is The Sky's Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. Another book that I really, really enjoyed, about a girl whose sister dies, and she's actually trying to make sense of a lot of things, and she's torn between two boys, one that she shouldn't be with, and the other one that I think would be better for her. But yeah, she screws some things up along the way of trying to, you know, just work things out. Very, very good book. I've been wanting to read this book for a very long time, so I'm glad I got around to it. With or Without You by Brian Ferry. This book was recommended by Melissa at Metalhead Bookworm. Also Dylan at DM Friend. Dylan, I forgot your channel name. I'll link it below, because I forgot it. It's a number or two. And they recommended this. It's about two gay boys, and basically about them being together. And just I didn't think it was all about gays, like the difficulties and the struggles they have. I mean, that was in here, but definitely was in here. It did play a part in here. But as for the relationship of the main character, and of course a guy's named Evan, and his boyfriend Eric, I don't think that the struggles they had, it's hard to say. It's hard to explain. I mean, it was linked to the way people look at gays and that, at least on Evan's part. But the relationship, though, was just like, especially the first part, was just like a chick lit book to me, but with two gay boys. So yeah, it was a pretty good read. I'm not a big chick lit person, so because of that aspect of it, it was kind of romancy to me, except for the second half of the book. And it got my interest a lot towards the second half. Sorry for my stumbling around on that one. Taft 2012 by Jason Heller. This is actually a review book sent to me by Quirk Books, and this is an adult fiction, but can be read by young adults too. And it's not all political like I thought it would be. It's actually humorous, and it follows Taft, who actually appears in 2011. Was it 2011, 2012, or 2010? I forgot where it starts. Let me see real quick. 2011. And the first part is, you know, people in shock, like, how the heck did he just come back after 100 years and stuff, and then the second part's more about him running for office and stuff like that, and but more in a humorous way and not in an overly political way at all. I definitely would recommend this. It also has, there's also like emails throughout here, Twitter, things throughout here, transcripts from TV shows in here, all kinds of different things. The next book is Marcello in the Real World by Francisco X. Stork, and last year this was all over YouTube, at least. I'm not sure about blogs because I don't read a whole lot of blogs, but everybody was loving this book, and it's about a boy that has Asperger's syndrome. It's more like on the higher end of autism, and he goes to a special school and everything. Well, his father's a lawyer, and his father wants him to get into the real world, as they call it. The boy's about to enter his senior year, and so his father wants him to come work at his law firm with him, and he learns a lot about the real world there, and it was interesting, and that just seeing through his eyes, because he just sees so innocently. Of course, a lot of that changes as the book goes on, and he discovers more things about the real world, but it was a pretty good book. I wouldn't rave about it, but it was a good book. The next one was Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. Another book I heard a lot about last year. I bought the book, then I sold it, and then I'm like, you know what, I'll read it. I liked it for the whole road trip type of deal. That's what it's about. A girl whose father dies, their mother moves to another state to start putting their new home together, and the girl is left at their old home tying up loose ends. Then her mother needs her car, and it's too expensive to get the car shipped there and then for the daughter to fly there, because the daughter is not driving now due to the father being in a car accident. So she's like, you need to drive the car to me. And since the daughter will not drive, her mom has a friend whose son is actually going the same way. So he goes on the road trip with her. And that's basically what this whole thing is about. They actually take a detour, epic detour, and they discover themselves. Most books I notice, especially ones I read, you know, the characters are discovering themselves. And they also discover each other. So it's definitely a good book. I like books like this. You know, they take away a little bit of something from each place they go. And this book too also has things throughout, like receipts and here, let me try to finish up. Like this is a receipt. This is at Fairfield Hotel. And then pictures are in here too of places they've been. Like here's another that I like books like this where they this is, oh, and she kept a thing of the playlist they listen to and the places they've been. So like that's in there. I want to show you a picture if I can find one. Oh, here. I'm gonna like pictures. So yeah. The next book I read was Supernaturally by Kirsten White. This is the second book in the trilogy. The first one was Paranormalcy, which I did a review for last year, which I absolutely loved, gave 5 stars to, and I absolutely love this book too. It is a paranormal book, and it has a lot of humor in it, and wittiness and sarcasm, and I just love it. All different kind of creatures in here, and there's action in here, and it's just fun. Love this book. Love it. Love her writing. And then the book I just finished this morning is The Sharp Time by Mary O'Connell. This is a debut author for 2011. A lot of people, from what I've heard, have not heard of it, but it is, I just finished it, and it's a really, really good book. I didn't do a video review, but I did do a review on Goodreads on it, and on my blog, which is basically the same one. And it's about a girl named Sandinista, which is the title of one of the Clash albums. Her mother was a big Clash fan. Well, her mother just recently passed away like 4 months ago. She's 18 years old, so she doesn't have to go stay with anybody else. She's staying at the house, but she can still get Social Security and benefits from the state in that. So that pays for everything that she needs paid for. The house is paid off. And one day in class, her algebra teacher kind of just goes off on her, verbally and physically, pushes the desk into her, and Sandinista just had enough. And she gets up and walks out of the class, she walks out of school, and she actually goes and applies for a job, and she gets the job on the spot. So this covers a whole week's span, and basically she's fantasizing about getting revenge on her teacher. She's also discovering a lot and dealing with a lot. Like I said, it's only been 4 months since her mother died. She met a lot of very cool people in that week, and it was kind of, the fantasies she had, were kind of scary. They weren't too detailed, which is kind of cool, but there was one part in this book that was so unrealistic to me. I was so upset about it. That's what kept this book from getting 5 stars. So, if anybody wants a further review on this book, let me know and I'll give it to you. But those are all the books I read since last Friday. The book I'm going to start reading now is Forbidden by Megan Miranda. It's another review copy. So, and that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.